I'm Peter Loshak. There's a new fantasy sports site out now called DraftStreet that has fantasy leagues and games you can play in for real money. And it's a site with a structure that looks like it might be fun and possibly even quite profitable for sharp sports guys. And it's gotten a lot of good initial feedback on the forums at SBR from posters who've been using the site. So right now we are going to learn a little bit more about it by talking to Mark, one of the site managers at DraftStreet. Mark, thanks for doing this call with us.
No problem.
All right, so tell us a little bit about the site. What does it do and how does it work?
Well, we offer daily and weekly fantasy leagues for cash prizes. It's a lot like a poker style online poker setup, but you have fantasy leagues and fantasy drafts as opposed to like a poker tournament.
Mm-hmm.
So you pick a league from the lobby, you join, you play against other users. We have buy-ins ranging from $5, actually from $2 all the way up to $200 right now. And the leagues last, like I said, either one day or 1 week, and that's it. None of that full season stuff. Just short duration leagues.
So it's like a one-day league.
Exactly. So it's a lot about playing the matchups, and not wearing, in a full season league, you have injuries or trades or whatever. Yeah. A lot of bad luck can happen. But with daily, you just pick a new team the next day and move on.
Right. That does sound cool. So tell us about how money works in this whole thing, because I looked at the top 10 list of top earners from the past month, and the top guy had won $23,000 just in 1 month. So how do you bet money? How do you win? How do you lose? And how much money could you theoretically bet on a given day or week?
Well, like I said before, it's a lot like any online poker or sports betting or anything as far as how the betting is handled. You can deposit with any major credit card or PayPal, and then you'll have a balance in your account. And from there, you join leagues, and then your balance will reflect that. If you have $20, you join a $5 league, you'll have 15 left, and then you'll have 5 active dollars where you could win. Depending on how many people are in the league, you could win a lot. But
yeah.
Anyways, and then your account will go up or down depending at the end of each night, depending on how you do. And you can withdraw using PayPal, or we'll mail you a check.
And this is all completely legal. Bill Frist said this is okay.
Yeah, I don't make the laws, but fantasy sports is considered a skill game. And therefore legal. It's actually there's some interesting laws that we have to follow. One, for example, is that you have to have at least 3 players on your team for it to be considered fantasy. Also, they can't all be on the same professional team. So if I wanted to take a team full of Minnesota Vikings, that's gambling, so we're not allowed to do that, and there's some other regulations we have to follow also, but yeah, it's completely legal in the US.
Okay, so like the top guy who won 23 grand last month, how did he do that? Was he playing in a lot of leagues every day, or was he playing in one big league with a big payout?
I think most of our users play in multiple leagues every night. Those top guys on the leaderboard are playing a lot of $100 and $200 leagues. They play a lot of heads up or 3-man leagues. We offer heads up, 3-man, 6-man, or 10-man. And then we also have these large field leagues. They're called GPPs, guaranteed prize pool leagues, where, for tomorrow we have a league with 50 people, 100 buy-in, $5,000 in prizes. So it gets up there.
And so I was looking over the way it works. So the way it works is like you choose your roster every day, but if you choose a player or someone else chooses a player, that player doesn't get taken out of the pool. Like everyone in the league can choose Alex Rodriguez if they want to, if they think he has value for that day.
Exactly. It's called a salary cap style league. Every day we set prices. It's actually an algorithm based on expected fantasy production. We factor in the matchups and recent performance for these players, and basically have a budget, and you have to fill your roster. For baseball, it's 14 slots, 4 pitchers, 10 hitters, and you basically try to get the best return on your investment. So once in a while, yeah, you're going to have some of the same players as one of your opponents, but overlap is pretty minimal, and we got to keep those prices pretty accurate so you don't have the same exact team as someone else.
So when you're drafting, if you enter, let's say, a daily league and you're drafting against like 6 guys, first of all, how long does that take? And second of all, what's the process? I mean, are you sitting there and do you see who they're drafting? Like, how does it work?
Well, for the salary cap style leagues, which are by far the most popular, you go on and you don't see anyone else. You see how many have signed up for the league, but you don't know who they are, and you don't have any interaction with them if you don't want to. There's a chat on the site, but you have up until the games start to keep mixing and matching and adjusting your roster. And then right when the games start, your rosters are locked and the scoreboard is revealed, and then you can see who your opponents picked and you see what you're up against.
Okay.
That's for salary cap leagues. For snake drafts, that's like a standard draft, where if you have first pick in the first round, then you have the last pick in the second round, and so on. And those start 5 minutes after they fill, and for that, everyone needs to be there, and it's just like a standard draft.
Right. All right, so for those salary cap drafts, it seems like some people might just pick one lineup, one set of 14 guys, and then just enter that lineup in as many leagues as they can find for any given day, right?
Yeah, actually, a lot of people do that. Some people like to maybe you have like 3 or 4 guys that you think are a really great deal, and then you're going to mix up who you surround them with,
right?
Just to kind of diversify or minimize your risk.
Right. DraftStreet.com, and just tell us about the free roll promotion you're doing at SBR for next Friday, the 29th.
Next Friday, it's a free contest, and it's an unlimited amount of people can enter. It's exclusively offered on your SBR forum. I believe the prize pool is $250. Is that correct?
Yes.
And what it is we let you try it out for free and see how you like it. Make a team and have a shot at first place. I think is $90, and pay the top 7.
DraftStreet.com is the name of the site, and you can enter the free SBR free roll. It's coming up this Friday, the 29th. Thanks a lot, Mark.
Thank you.